Have you ever walked away from a conversation and replayed every word you said? Maybe you wondered if you talked too much. Maybe you worried that you sounded awkward. Perhaps you questioned whether you made a good impression during a meeting, networking event, or leadership conversation. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. Many highly successful women leaders struggle with social awkwardness. The interesting thing is that social awkwardness is rarely a sign that someone lacks intelligence, competence, or leadership ability. More often, it's a sign that someone is overthinking, self monitoring, and focusing too much on how they're being perceived. Research on social anxiety and communication consistently shows that people who experience social discomfort tend to focus inward. Instead of paying attention to the conversation, they're evaluating themselves in real time. They're asking questions like, am I making enough eye contact? Do they think I'm smart? Am I talking too much? Did that comment sound strange? The problem is that when we focus on ourselves, we stop focusing on connection. One of the most effective ways to become more socially confident is surprisingly simple. Shift your attention away from yourself and toward the other person. Instead of asking, do they like me? Ask, what can I learn about this person? Instead of worrying about what you'll say next, become curious about their story. Research shows that curiosity reduces anxiety and increases connection because it moves your attention outward. The next time you walk into a networking event, try this simple shift. Rather than thinking, I hope I don't sound awkward, think, I'm curious about the people I'm about to meet. That one mindset shift can change the entire interaction. Another powerful strategy is becoming a better listener. Many people believe that socially confident individuals are great talkers. In reality, they're often great listeners. A Harvard study found that people who ask follow up questions are viewed as more likable and more socially skilled. Think about the last time someone genuinely listened to you. How did it make you feel? Probably valued, probably respected, probably understood. As leaders, we can create that same experience for others. At your next networking event, instead of leading with your accomplishments, try asking, what project are you most excited about right now? Or what's been keeping you busy lately? Or what has been your biggest challenge this year? Then listen. People remember how you made them feel far longer than they remember what you said. Another reason many women struggle socially is perfectionism. We often believe we need to say the perfect thing. We think every comment needs to be insightful, polished, and impressive. But socially confident people don't strive for perfection. They allow themselves to be human. They forget names occasionally. They stumble over words. They make mistakes. And when they do, they recover gracefully. For example, if you forget someone's name, instead of panicking, simply say, please remind me of your name again. My brain is overloaded today. Most people appreciate honesty far more than awkward avoidance. If you accidentally interrupt someone, try, I apologize. Please finish your thought. Simple, direct, professional. One of the most common mistakes women leaders make is waiting for the perfect moment to speak in meetings. Unfortunately, the perfect moment rarely comes. Research on workplace communication shows that people who contribute early in meetings are more likely to continue participating throughout the discussion. A practical strategy is to speak within the first 10 minutes. You don't need to deliver a brilliant insight. You can simply say, that's a great point. I'd like to build on that idea. Can you clarify something for me? Once you've spoken once, your anxiety decreases significantly. Let's talk about networking because this is where many people feel most uncomfortable. The secret to networking is understanding that your job is not to impress people. Your job is to connect with people. One technique I love is called the conversational funnel. Start with something simple and situational. For example, what brought you to this conference? Then move deeper. What are you hoping to learn today? And then deeper still. What challenges are you currently working through in your organization? Notice how naturally the conversation evolves. You don't need clever icebreakers, you need genuine curiosity. Another area that creates social awkwardness is assertive communication. Many women soften their language without realizing it. We say things like, I was just wondering, I could be wrong, but I just wanted to check. These phrases may seem harmless, but they often undermine confidence. Instead, try replacing them with stronger language. Rather than saying, I was just wondering if we might consider changing the timeline, say, based on the project requirements, I recommend adjusting the timeline. Instead of, I think this might work. Try. The data suggests this is our strongest option. Confidence isn't about being louder, it's about being clearer. Let's also address something many women leaders experience: replaying conversations afterward. You leave a meeting and start reviewing every detail. You wonder if you talked too much. You worry that you sounded foolish. Psychologists call this post-event processing, and it can fuel social anxiety. Instead of asking, what did I do wrong? Ask yourself, what went well? What did I learn? What will I do differently next time? That's reflection. Reflection promotes growth. Rumination creates suffering. The goal is progress, not perfection. One final strategy is learning how to recover from awkward moments, because awkward moments happen to everyone, even experienced executives, even keynote speakers, even CEOs. The difference is that confident people don't get stuck there. If a joke falls flat, you can say, well, that sounded much better in my head. If you lose your train of thought, you can say, let me regroup for a moment. If you mispronounce someone's name, thank you for correcting me. Then move forward. Confidence isn't the absence of mistakes. Confidence is the ability to recover from them. Remember, social confidence is a skill. It is not a personality trait. You do not need to become an extrovert. You do not need to become someone else. You simply need practice. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn. Every meeting is an opportunity to grow. Every networking event is an opportunity to connect. The women leaders who appear naturally confident are rarely born that way. Most have simply practiced these skills repeatedly over time. So the next time you find yourself worrying about being socially awkward, remember this: focus less on being impressive. Focus more on being interested. Listen more. Ask better questions. Speak up earlier. Let go of perfection. And most importantly, give yourself permission to be human. Because authentic connection will always matter more than perfect performance. Make sure to like, subscribe, and grab my free leadership workbook, 5 Steps to Communicate with Calm, Clarity, and Confidence, at powerofpeacefulness.com. Until next time, take a deep breath, embrace the present moment, and keep walking your path to peace.